What's up, guys? It's your boy Connor. It's your boy. So today's kind of just like a random vlog. I figured I'd touch base on the topic because I've been getting a good amount of questions on it. We got Shade Tree Mechanic, Prime Jewelry, Newman 0528, Boneman 514 that are on my home screen that just popped up. Giving y'all a little shout out. Tash, T-A-S-H, Motovlogs. And he was asking me a couple questions about motovlogging. And I went ahead and checked out his channel, and I don't know how he doesn't have more subscribers, because, I mean, he puts a lot of thought into his edits. I mean, they're actually pretty good edits. So that's someone to definitely check out. And also his Instagram, Dynadogs UK, Dyna_dogs_ UK. Got pretty dope stuff. Your boy is getting a patch from him, so I'm going to rock down the vest here in the States. So that's pretty dope. How to start motovlogging. It really depends on a lot of things. There's a lot of people who do it. I got into it because I liked filming stuff and I like making little videos. And a lot of people are like, they actually try to make it a business. Like, that's kind of where I'm trying to lean on is like, I mean, I really enjoy making these videos. So if I could actually benefit from it and make this a career down the line, I mean, that would be pretty dope, to where your sole income is like, hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, I do YouTube. And of course, all the other channels, I mean, all the avenues of, like, say, if you do merchandise, you do websites or appearances, etc., like giveaways and stuff like that, and your revenue starts coming like that too. And you just kind of use YouTube as a platform, and you don't just settle there. It's like when people start arguing about, like, minimum wage should be like $15 an hour, and, like, yes, I do understand that some people have had rougher goes at life, but the whole point of minimum wage is to kind of have you go somewhere and not just settle down. A lot of people, that's the thing, you need to constantly be hungry. You need to always try to look for the next best thing, to where you're constantly growing with yourself or even with that company. Like, if you really like the job, let's say Taco Bell, because right here, heck yeah, dude, stick with it. If you like the environment, but don't just stay at one level. Just be like, all right, what do I need to do to become management? And then what do I need to do to become district management? And so you're constantly growing, and your paycheck kind of keeps on going, and you don't have to supplement your whole life on just a basic income. So anyway, we got sidetracked. I digress. So you want to get into motovlogging. First thing you need is obviously a camera. What kind of camera? I mean, there's countless things. I mean, you don't have to get a fancy GoPro. The reason I got GoPro was because I've had one for a while, since like the GoPro Hero, the initial one, and I've always liked the platform. They've always done really great things, and at that point they were cornering the market to where pretty much they were the only action camera, because everything else was kind of cumbersome or it broke really easily. To where, I mean, they cornered them. It was like when Apple first came out, or like whenever they came out with the iPhone, boom, dude, it blew up, or the iPod, whatever it was. And so GoPro did that. But now I feel like there's so many other good competitors out there that, I don't know, I feel like GoPro just got comfortable. And while the GoPro Hero 5, yes, that's a good camera still, I just feel like it's not as best as it could be. Pretty much all you need is a camcorder, something to record, and then audio, whether you want to do a hardwire mic like I do, or you can do the Bluetooth audio like Yami does, where he has a Tascam DR0105, something I'll include it in the link below, and then pretty much just start recording. But the thing is, a lot of people record it in motovlog, and that's cool, but you have to consider the audience that you're putting it out to. Since we have such a short attention span now as a society, you can't be putting out like long videos and expecting them to watch the whole thing. Because I mean, even videos that I put out that I'm like, dang, it's a dope edit, and I go back and look at the analytics and say it's like a 6-minute video, people generally only watch about a fraction of that. They'll only watch a fraction of it, maybe like 2 or 3 minutes they'll skip. And you have to have like a general topic. You can't just, it'll help if you start organizing your ideas of what you want to talk about. This one's kind of a random one, so I understand if a lot of people don't actually watch the whole thing, or they skip through it, they're like, dude, Connor, this thing sucks. But it's just kind of for the people that are going out there, because I asked a lot of questions. I hit up a lot of people on YouTube, on the YouTube realm, like, hey man, what mic is this? How do you do this setup? How do you feel about editing? I mean, I asked a lot, and I didn't get a lot of answers. So this is kind of just if you have a question, you have to find this channel, you know, you're welcome. Feel free to send me a check. Like when I first started, the first video, you'll go back and watch, and it's pretty much all over the place, to where I watched a lot of motovloggers, and I kind of just took samples of all of them, and I just threw it all in one video where it's kind of discombobulated. There's a lot of random topics being covered, which, yes, some people like motovlogging as a vlog, like a journal, where you just talk about your day, your problems, and that's not bad. And I'll have a couple of those down the line, like updates, like I'm going to do my bike, and I still have a walk around video coming up. But when I first started, I would actually write down ideas of videos to make, like to where I wanted to talk about either my exhaust, or I wanted to talk about upgrades to my bike, or things like, because there's a couple in the beginning where if you watch the ones from the beginning and you watch the ones now, it's a little bit more constructed to where I know what I'm going to talk about, I have a general idea of what I'm talking about, and then the editing has gotten a little bit more cutthroat to where I'll film a lot. Like, I'm probably going to film all day today. It's like probably 4 hours, and only like 10 minutes gets made into it, because again, the short attention span. I'm doing it as to how I would watch a video, because if I don't think a part is that crucial to a film, because then again, you pretty much edit videos to the motovloggers that you make. And there's another thing is, do you want to conform? Because motovlogging, and you have to, yeah, I'm going all kinds of places. You have to do research. Like, you have to research what other people are talking about. You don't really want to make the same video 1,000 times at, you know, beating a dead horse, etc., etc. And so, but in the same time, you can add your own spin that maybe one of them left out. And you, like, if you say, oh, I'm going to talk about how to change your exhaust or something, and you talk about, like, all right, you know, if you find a video that does a great job at explaining majority of it, just put it and be like, hey, this is the link to the video where they do a great job. I'm only going to go over the, like, I'm just going to fast forward. So you show yourself doing it, and then you stop at a point to where you feel like they left something out, or you have a different trick that you feel may be better. And then, so that way it's not like a 15-minute exhaust install of what people have already seen 100 times. They may just be looking to help for one thing. And again, you'll kind of be able to see what people are wanting to watch, because you'll see it on your views. And again, it takes time. It's a learning curve, because going back is like, do you really want to conform and do what everyone else is doing? Because one big thing is that people really want to get views. Because again, you get paid on how many views, or you just look cooler or something if you get a lot of views. Like, yeah, that's true, but a lot of people are doing clickbait, and I don't know, there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't want to do clickbait, like, oh, motorcycle almost dies or something, like, where I could just swing, like, oh, I just almost died or something like that. I'll put like a big old, like, the thumbnail will be me almost hitting this car with the big old letters everywhere, like, just in your face. Like, I don't know, to each their own. I mean, that's the whole best part about YouTube and this motovlogging, is that you have creative consent, or creative, yeah, you have creative freedoms to go however you want. So again, it's just finding your style, and then it's putting the time to make content. Because I mean, and putting the time can just be literally me going to meet up with Chris and Israel at Cycle Gear, and just recording something, and just having a general idea again, and just being able to put it together in a storyline. I like to put the storyline in my head. There's a lot of videos where I want to record, and I'll go and record, but they just do not fit what I had in my head, so I just completely scrap them, and I'll try them again down the line. It's your channel. You can do what you want, but you also want to kind of market it to a more general audience, to where you'll get more views. Because you can cuss all you want, and yeah, there's people who do not care about that. My first couple videos, I mean, I swore I must have dropped like 110 curse words, just F-bombs here, saying shit here, left and right, and all kinds of stuff. And people were telling me, like, hey, I had one guy tell me, like, hey, you cuss too much, I'm never gonna watch your channel. Like, oh, you know, whatever. And then someone from my class was like, hey, you swear a lot, I don't know if I want to watch that. And so a couple more people started telling me, and even my mom, shout out to Mama Bear, what's up, Mom, love ya, that she told me she watched my channel, and that she was like, mijo, like, can you, like, you swear a lot? And I was like, all right, you know, point taken. Like, so many people had told me, and so I made it a point to kind of just make it a little bit more friendly. Because again, you want to get views, you just got to think about the bigger picture. It's kind of like Hustle and Flow, where DJ is like over here, like, instead of whoop that trick, he's like, kill that bitch or something like that. And then Homeboy's like on the radio, is like, do you want to get radio play? Well, you can't use like all kinds of curse words. And, whoop that trick! Whoop that trick! Whoop that trick! Whoop that trick! So it's kind of like that. to where you're gonna swear a lot. Not that many people might watch it. Everyone's running that stop sign. Everyone's just like, roll the stop. You think we're in California? Because here in Texas we call those California stops. Apparently y'all can't drive out there. And then again, it's just going back to taking the time like to edit, because if you really want to get a couple good edits, like there's a couple videos where the intros are pretty artistic, if I say so myself. It adds just a little something, variety. I don't know, it just keeps your channel interesting in a sense, your videos. And it's another thing is just keeping things different. Two of my favorite channels right now is Theo freaking Door. I mentioned him in my last one because he's got good content. Like he does like little he does like his wheelie practice, which I hope down the line I'll eventually get a couple videos of me doing some wheelies and practicing, and just little adventuring with his buddy. And like that's a good variety of videos. I would suggest go check it out. And then Mopar Brent, I mean, I don't know, like I watch his videos several times over and over and over, and it's exhaust runs and just exhaust comparisons, and he does a good job at doing exhaust runs running through the canyons, because I'm just like, what? So that's another one. There's a couple out there, I just can't remember the name. And like I said, there's Tash Motovlogs out of London, or I apologize, the UK, I'm not sure exactly what city, and I don't want to misspeak. And his are pretty interesting. He's got some good edits. It's definitely different because I'm used to hearing like an American accent. He's over here like, hello, today we're going to go over here to the Harley Davidson or the pub for this band or whatever. And it's like, what? Let's get it.